Hello, Tom from the Dreamcast Junkyard here, and this is Pod 2. It's back online. You may know it as Pod Speedzone, and it's all thanks to the clever folks over at Dreamcast Live and Kazade, Luke Benstead, who is the owner of the DreamPi. It was converted back over to being online by Shuouma, I think his name is. And this is just a quick look at how it plays online. I was lucky enough to take part in an online session that was run by the lovely chaps over at Dreamcast-Talk, the forum. Go and get involved over there if you're not already. But yeah, I just wanted to show some highlights of some of the races I had tonight. This was the first race. And yeah, there's 4 people per race, so not a massive grid. But it's a lot of fun. I do play a lot of Mario Kart on my Nintendo Switch online, almost exclusively online. So it was very nice to be able to hook the Dreamcast up and play another game that's back online again. What you've seen here is a couple of preliminary races that 4 of us got involved in. There were actually 3 different races or 3 different lobbies going on at the same time, so 12 different people all involved on the pod online portal at once. At one point, that was pretty good for a console that's been dead, inverted commas, for the best part of 20 years. But we actually did get involved in a full-on championship. So you can see here, this is just the sort of the waiting room where you can chat. And yeah, the guys I was in there with were very amicable, very nice, and it was quite cool. So we jumped into a championship where you go through every course in the game and accrue points as you do in most other championships. And yeah, it was very entertaining, I must say. We were on there for over an hour. This is obviously condensed down massively to about 7 minutes, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what Pod looks like and how it plays. So you can see the tracks are all quite futuristic. I like the skies, they're actually quite good. I mainly play racing games from first person perspective just because I find it easier to control a vehicle rather than seeing the car kind of just sort of on the screen in front of you. And yeah, this, as you can probably tell, it does look a bit like the recently released game Millennium Racer for the Dreamcast. It's a futuristic game, of course. I wanted to include this track in particular because even though I like the aesthetic design of it, or aesthetic, how do you pronounce that? Design of the track, this kind of futuristic Greek kind of setup. This track, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, is one of the most badly designed tracks I think I've ever played in any racing game. Basically, it's not drive where you want, but I just didn't have a clue where to go. Obviously, I'd not played this track before, or if I have it was years ago in the past. And so I kind of got lost, so I didn't really do very well at this stage of the championship, and I was just kind of scratching my head at everywhere I went. It was just wrong way and wrong turn. You kind of got this like almost like a roundabout kind of setup going on in there. If you look at the map, I'm the number 4, the little green dot in the bottom left, and then into this dead end, and then just had no idea where I was going. As I'm sure you're not surprised to learn, I came last in this race. However, I did make amends for this in a couple of races coming up, which you'll see in a sec. So yeah, finished there. Last. I still got a point though. You don't get any points in Pod if you destroy your car, because the cars do actually have an energy bar. So if you reach 0, then your car blows up. Basically, it doesn't actually show it blowing up. It just says you've destroyed your car. As you'll see in a sec, in this race, I was doing quite well here as well, but for some reason I don't actually know what happened. I was doing quite well, and then suddenly my car told me that it had been destroyed. So yeah, I didn't get any points at all in this race, and that was somewhat of an annoyance, a minor annoyance, shall we say. Here you go. I think it's because I hit that mine. Actually, now I've looked back at the footage. So yeah, once you're out of the race, you kind of just sit there and wait for the other players to complete the race, and then you jump into the next one. You don't get any points for blowing your car up. This is the next race in the championship, and I did slightly better this one because I decided that rather than just careen around the track and smash into everything that I can see, which is a good tactic, it's actually quite beneficial if you do tap the brakes every now and then. You do get pickups as well. You can see these glowing orbs on the track every now and then, and they are weapons. They're not the best. There's nothing as iconic as the purple shell in Mario Kart, but you can get speed boosts and you can drop mines, and that thing there, that blue thing, is like a kind of electric, blast wave, if you want to call it that. But yeah, you can see here I returned to winning ways, finishing first. I do believe my good friend PC Wizard, he's a fellow YouTuber, he was involved in some other races. We didn't actually race together because, as I say, the 3 different lobbies were full, which is brilliant really when you think about it. I was hoping to race against him. I was hoping to get some of his footage because he usually puts up video of these game nights on his website at Dreamcast Live. But I just thought I'd quickly record this and put it together and get it up so you could have a look at it. But yeah, I finished first in that race as well, and I wasn't too shabby in the end, to be honest. I finished second in the championship, there you can see. And then there was a nice bit of thank you very much and thanks for playing at the end. But yeah, that's pod 2, and thanks for watching.